Hey, what's up, guys? It is me, Chachionics. I'm here with another video. As you can tell from the last video that I made yesterday, I shaved. I will briefly talk about why. I saw my sister today, so I shaved to look good and all that stuff. And yeah, that's the main reason for the new look. Want to look good and all that stuff. So yeah, this video will be about the Super Bowl tomorrow. I have already had my selection for quite some time, but I wanted to make the video the day before the game. I could have made it tomorrow too, but I decided to make it now. So my selection for tomorrow, I will give in a little bit. This video should not be too long. Tomorrow, the Super Bowl will be between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't normally do this for every game, but I'm going to give up the matchup predictor on according to ESPN's Football Power Index. The Rams have a 66.3% chance to win the game, and the Bengals have a 33.7% chance to win the game. So I will go a little bit in depth. You know, this is the Super Bowl, the last game of the end of the season. So the Bengals so far have played very well. I mean, they have, obviously to make it to this point, to get to the Super Bowl, I mean, Joe Burrow has really showed how great he is. I mean, playing well against the Raiders, playing well against the, who did they play in the divisional? The Titans. I mean, he got sacked 9 times against the Titans, but he managed to find a way to help them win. And obviously, the leg of Evan McPherson, I think, is the kicker's name of the Bengals, just being absolutely clutch. It was the defense towards the end of the game against the Raiders, and then it was the leg of McPherson. The defense, again, getting a turnover, offense getting close enough for McPherson to kick a field goal for them to advance and play the Chiefs. They started slow against the Chiefs, and then they getting down 21-3 early in the game, but they managed to find a way to win that game. In my opinion, the frustration of the Chiefs at the end of the first half not being able to score, I think that gave, that was kind of a telling sign of them crumbling apart. And the Bengals just seeing that, and especially the Bengals had gotten a touchdown prior to that drive. So it was, and then the way the table turned for the Bengals in the second half. So, and then they won off the leg of Evan McPherson in overtime. The Bengals did what the Bills could not in overtime against the Chiefs, and that was stop them. And they were able to stop them, not just stop them, get a turnover, give the ball to your offense, go down the field, kick a field goal, win the game. For the Rams, on the other hand, and that's how the Bengals got to the Super Bowl. On the Rams, the other hand, they beat the Cardinals. The divisional round is escaping me. They beat the Cardinals, they beat the Buccaneers, they beat the 49ers. And the way they did that, dominance offensively and defensively against the Cardinals in that game. Defense getting some turnovers, even scoring defensively. Against the Buccaneers, they started off really well, going up like 27-3. And then they let the Buccaneers back in, and then they kicked a field goal at the end of the first half, at the end of the second half, the end of the game, basically, to win the game. And in the 49er game, they started off. So I didn't really watch that game. Because my dad had gone to San Diego. He came back home. So the Rams were down 17-7, but they managed to come back to win 20-17. So both teams, trailing in the game and coming back to win. So, in my opinion, I saw Matthew Stafford play well, defense play well. I mean, you can say all you want about the Rams and them buying their stars and all that stuff and whatever. But not every dream team has played well. I mean, if you look at the Philadelphia Eagles of years ago, they were a dream team that didn't quite work. I mean, the Buccaneers were that last year. They got key players able to win. And the Rams this year getting Von Miller and OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. So, I mean, you could say they're a bot team, but honestly, who cares? They have to perform. So, now with that in mind, this has been longer than 5 minutes. But that was my little in-depth on how they got there. But who do I think will win? I'm going to select the Los Angeles Rams. And that's not just me being from California. I'm selecting the Los Angeles Rams. I trust Matthew Stafford more than I do Joe Burrow. And for me, this is kind of similar. It's not totally similar, but the feeling is the same when Matthew Stafford played against Kyler Murray in the wild card. It kind of has those vibes in some way, shape, or form. I just trust Matthew Stafford more. Matthew Stafford has played very well, especially in this postseason as well. Those turnovers that they had in the game against the Bucs that led the Bucs to come back were not Matthew Stafford's fault. I mean, 2 fumbles by Cam Akers, 1 fumble by Cooper Kupp, and then a miscommunication with the center, who snapped the ball over Matthew Stafford's head, and Matthew Stafford could not, and then the Buccaneers got the ball. But that was not. Matthew Stafford has played very well, and especially I'm selecting the Rams based off of their defense, their front, with Von Miller, Aaron Donald, and then on in coverage with Jalen Ramsey. So, yeah, there is. I will say I'm picking the Rams, but I will be happy with whoever wins. Because Matthew Stafford, just not with a good organization with the Detroit Lions, not having the weapons, not having the offensive line, not having the coaching, you could see Detroit obviously held him back. And this year, great coaching, great players all around him. You could see him thrive, right? And it's like, oh, well, put him with bad players. Well, then obviously he's not going to succeed. You saw what happened to him in Detroit. Like, you want this. If you're a fan of any kind, you want what is happening with the Rams. You want all the star players. You want all of that. And if you're saying you don't, you're lying. You're lying. So it is awesome for me to see Matthew Stafford in this situation in LA and being able to succeed the way he is, the way he has. And then with Joe Burrow, I followed Joe Burrow in college. He did, when he was in LSU, winning the national title against Clemson. I mean, he's an awesome kid. Everything that, he's just the way he carries himself on and off the field. Both guys, Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow. But either way, I'd be happy if either team win. But again, who is my pick? That's the Los Angeles Rams. So that is my prediction for tomorrow's game. It should be fun. The game, the commercials, the halftime show, everything. So, yeah, that is who I think is going to win tomorrow. And it's going to end around 9 minutes, this video, the number of Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow. So, that is the video. We'll see if I'm right tomorrow. And should be a fun game. So, yeah. All right, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below. I realize this is kind of a little off center. Oh, I hope this doesn't fall. A little off center, no big deal. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see if I'm right tomorrow. Comment down below who you guys think is gonna win tomorrow. And yeah, so that's it. Peace out, guys. Bye.